Here's the thing. Your real estate agent has been lying to you, and I'm going to kind of break it down and explain to you what the heck is going on. So right now we've had a lot of disruption in the real estate market. Over the past 5 months or so, we've noticed that the interest rates started to tick downward, and then they started to tick upward because of the war, and everything was increasing. All the prices increasing. Obviously, you've been to the grocery store, you've seen the inflation. We've done a whole video over that. And today, I really want to just talk about what are we noticing in the market and what, from my perspective, what we should be able to learn from it and then be able to kind of make some adjustments and some real like technical tips that I would recommend. So here's the thing. Right now, the real estate market has slowed down a little bit over the beginning of the year. So I would say the first 2 quarters of the year, we have noticed that the real estate market slowed down, especially in the first quarter. And now that we're noticing that the market has started to tick upward a little bit as far as the buyer market. Buyers have started to come back into play. And when we're looking at that, what is happening? What are the buyers doing right now? Well, they are asking for closing costs. They're a reduction on price. They are coming in, they're wanting homes that are absolutely ready to go. They don't want to have to do anything. They want to step into homes. And then you have this other field of buyers that are looking at 203K loans. We have done more 203K loans and have more conversations about those than I have probably in the last 3 years. And that's super interesting to see that people are now, you have one group of people who only want to be in ready to move in homes. And then you have this other side where people are like, hey, we want to invest in this home. We want to buy this home at a lower price point and we want to get into it. And then we want to start making some adjustments with our loan type so we can use that money to, work on the home. So it's very interesting to see how the market's starting to play out as these new buyers start coming into the market. And so something that I would recommend is if you are open to the idea of, investing into your home and willing to look at some of these maybe less desirable homes, you're going to get some very good deals. A good number of HUD properties on the market right now. So you can go to HUD.com or HUD.gov and be able to find a home that needs a little bit of love that you can get a 203K loan if you are approved for that. And so you're able to get the home, get it under contract, and then have your contractor go out there or a recommended contractor. We use a Pros Touch here with our team. They go out, they give you a full rundown of everything that it's going to take to get this property up to what you want it to be. And then you're basically financing everything inside of one loan. So that's a 203K loan if you're looking at that route. If you're looking to just buy a home, there's a lot of really good deals right now. However, you have to pay attention to days on market. That's going to be your biggest key to be able to get a really good deal. And we've talked about that before, but especially right now, we are hammering some sellers. If they are not priced right, they have been on the market too long, you are going to get hammered. Now, I'm going to flip over this section and say, okay, if you are a seller in this market, you've got to be very strategic. There's always two types of ways to market a property. We can list high, which some people choose to do, and then drop the price gradually until we catch a buyer. That way, we call that trying to catch a falling knife. And what happens when you try to do that? You're probably going to get cut. The second way is pricing very competitive and being able to drive more competition to your property and increase the price back up to where the market says. Now, sure, there are ways to leave money on the table on both ends, but I promise you, you're going to leave a lot less money if you have a lot more competition to that property. One side, you're going to be on the market a lot longer, which means people are going to negotiate a lot harder with you. This way, you are in the captain chair. You get to say what happens. You have 3 offers on your property, 4 offers on your property. You have the say of what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to do. And then you get to create the price based off of what's happening. So that is something that is very important if you are thinking about selling a home in this market, Metro Atlanta, anywhere around. You are needing to be very much focused on price point. You need to be ready to go. Your home needs to look good, smell good, feel good, look good on the exterior and the interior. You can't have one without the other. That's what's going to make homes sell. And so that's really what we're trying to just bring some awareness to is this market right now is different than what you've been used to in the past. And yes, interest rates are a little bit higher. They're sitting in the 6% rate. And you can buy those down into the 5s. That's obvious. But that is one of those things that pay attention. Can you get into the home right now with a 6% interest rate and then readjust that or refinance your home after you get into it? If you can afford the payment and you love the home and we can get a really good deal right now, make that move. And as a seller, if we can get a good value for your property because you have equity in it, then it might be the time to make this move, make the adjustment, get into the home that you want, and then make that adjustment with the interest rate as they start coming down, which we are expecting to do. We have a new Fed. We have the war going on, which is bound to end at some point. Everything else is going to start making its adjustments. So I would expect that the interest rates would also do the same. So in the event that once that happens, you can then capitalize and be ahead of where everybody else is. So that's something, those are the main tactical tips that I would recommend right now if you were thinking about buying a home in this market or selling your home in this market. Now, if you have bought your home, let's say in 2023, which we are noticing a lot of people have, you may not have as much equity as you think that you have, or you're just not in that space yet. I would highly recommend hanging on because the market that we're in, as these rates start to adjust downward, I don't know when and I don't know how soon that's going to be, but if you can hang on and let those interest rates adjust, we have a very large buyer pool that is just on the fences at the current moment. And when this opens back up, we will have an influx of buyers and sellers, and that's going to be your key to be able to understand, like, hey, the rates have adjusted. It's time for me to get on the market and be prepared for what that market is. I'm not saying you should do it immediately. I'm just saying watch the interest rates, and as these interest rates go down, be prepared to put your home on the market. So start preparing, start cleaning, start getting the exterior ready. Start being in a position where you are ahead of everybody else who is not seeing it. Those are the tips, and that's what your real estate agent is not telling you. And that's what I would highly recommend. If you have any interest, if this is a great video, let me know. Comments, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel because we are trying to bring as much valuable content, real estate-wise and mindset-wise, as we possibly can. Talk to you soon.